Hello my fashion lovers, welcome to today's tutorial. Today we'll be looking at how to draft a corset with a deep neckline. Please, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. It is free to subscribe. And when you subscribe, please put on the notification bell to be able to see my videos anytime I upload a new video. Thank you very much. Let's go to the cutting table. Right, we start by taking our lines. The length I'm working with for this corset deep neckline. The length I'm working with is 17 inches plus 1 inch sewing allowance, that is 18. These are our starting points. My shoulder to my armhole is 8 inches. Shoulder to bust is 10.5 inches. Shoulder to under bust is 14 inches. And my waist is 17 plus 1 inch sewing allowance. Let's fill out the lines. From this starting point, I'm going to take my shoulder. The shoulder I'm working with is 15. When you divide it by 2, it will give you 7.5. I will mark it here. Pull it down to meet with the chest line. And I will take 1 inch for shoulder slope. If you want to make use of the yoke, I'm going to take 4 inches for the yoke, for the width, and 3 inches for the length. I'm going to connect it. Please, if you have any question, ask in the comment section, like and share my videos. I'm going to connect now we're going to label it. This is the chest line. This is the the bust line. The bust line. This is the under bust, and this is the waistline. And for the upper chest, we're going to go up by 1 inch. For the upper chest, go up by 1 inch for the upper chest. To take the armhole curve, to take the middle of the armhole, what I have here is 8 inches, and half of 8 is 4. For my bust measurement is 36 divided by 4 will give me 9. That will be my armhole curve. Now I'm going to take my nipple to nipple measurement is 7. When you divide it by 2, it will give you 3.5. It will give you 3.5. I will take it from the chest line, 3.5. 3.5 up to the waistline and rule the line. And now to take the deep neckline for the corset, to take the deep neckline, you can take it from anywhere you want. You can take it from anywhere you want, but I'm going to be taking it from the underbust line. I'm going to take it from the underbust line and I'll be connecting it to the upper bust line. I'll be connecting it to the upper bust line for the deep neckline. From the underbust, if you want it to go below the underbust, you can do so. But I'm taking from the underbust to the upper bust line for the deep neckline. Use your curve ruler here to get the perfect curve. To take the darts, depending on the size of the bust you're working with. If you're working with a small bust, you can take 1 inch, but if you are working with a bigger bust, you can take 1.5 for your dart. Because this is a small bust, I'm going to take 1 inch from the 2 sides on the bust and the same from the waist. 1 inch, 1 inch, and I'm going to connect. And I'm going to connect it to the bust points. Now to take our corset, up to this line from the chest line. I'm going to take half inch. Take half inch and connect to the bust points. And now to take the corset. Sorry, when I was editing, I found out that I didn't show you how to connect this part of the bust. Just from your shoulder line, go in by 1 inch. From the shoulder line, go in by 1 inch. Can you see that? Go in by 1 inch. And from there, you mark, then connect it to the underbust. Connect it with a ruler. With your curve ruler, connect it to the underbust. For this side of the yoke, please do not allow it to pass this bust point, because this will pass the bust point. But for this side, because of this deep neckline, do not allow the line you're going to draw here to pass the bust. So from the bust, we're going to take our line. From the underbust, we're going to stop at the bust points. All right, now we're going to cut out the yoke so that we can modify this part of the bust. As you can see, it is very short, so we're going to modify it. All right, we're going to cut out the yoke to be able to modify this part of the bust. This is the yoke. If you want to make use of the yoke, you can make use of this pattern for the yoke. All right. Okay. So we won't be needing this part again. This is still our chest line. We won't be needing this part again. Now to take the full body measurement, we're going to bring back this one that we cut out. But you can take your measurements before cutting out this yoke. You can take your measurement before cutting out this yoke. But now that I've cut it off, I'm going to bring it back, place it, and take my measurement. The bust circumference I'm working with is 36. Divided by 4 will give me 9. Will give me 9. Take your sewing allowance. That I'm going to cut here, I'm going to add it. The sewing allowance for the dart 2 inches, and I'm going to add sewing allowance of 2 inches. And for the underbust I'm working with is 30. 30 divided by 9 will give by 4 will give me 7. And I'll place it here. The two darts I'm going to cut out from here. This 1 inch, 1 inch, that is 2 inches. I will place it here, plus 2 inches sewing allowance. For the waist, if you want to snatch your waist, you can reduce 2 inches from your original measurement. That is, if your waist is 28, you can remove 2 inches from there. But the waist I'm working with is 28 inches. So if I remove 2 from there, because I want to snatch the waist, I want to make it a little bit tighter, it's going to be 26. 26 divided by 4 will give me 6 and 1/4. Then the two that I'm going to remove from here, I'll put it back. Then 2 inches sewing allowance. Now I'm going to connect the lines. This bust, take it up to the chest, connect to the waist, to the other bust, and to the waist, and cut. Now this is what we are left with. Now we are going to modify this part. After taking the measurements, now I'm going to cut out the corsets. When you're cutting, you have to be careful. Now I'm going to cut out this side. Make sure you label all your patterns to be able to identify it. This cup, I'm going to mark it A. This one, B. This is the yoke. And this is the side. This is the middle part. That is the center part. Now we're going to use another pattern paper to get this part to match up with this one where we want to join. So you're going to make it equal at the bust point using the lines that you have marked. Make it equal. Make it equal. Then you're going to mark it out. See what I'm doing? See what I'm doing? Then you mark out from the chest line. Just put a line there. Put a line there. This is the chest line. From here, we're going to connect. From here, the bust line, we're going to connect to this place. From here, we'll connect to this place. And the under bust, there is nothing wrong with this. We're only connecting from here to here. Then we will draft all these ones. We're going to redraft all these ones. And when you want to connect, use your ruler to connect. All right, see what I'm going to do now. I'm going to use this to connect to the bust points with my curved ruler. Connect to the chest. Then it is still a bust point. We're going to connect from here to this point, from this bust point to this bust point. After doing that, now we're going to connect from here to here, and from here to here, to the points. What we have done is to redraft the pattern. And now we are going to cut it out. Make sure you mark your bust point, because it's very important where you want to join. This is the bust point. Make sure you add your allowance where you are putting on your fabric. Then you mark A. So where you want to join. You know what you're joining. Can you see what we have here? This is the yoke. And this is the middle part where this one will, where this will go. Now, all right, we are done with the pattern drafting. To join it, just join it the way you join your normal corset. Join it the way you join your normal corset. Make sure to apply your interfacing and all of that. If you have any question, ask in the comment section. For the back, I'm going to link the video I made before, depending on how you want the back to be. I'm going to link the video of where I made the back of a corset. You can go there and watch, or any back you want to use, you can draft your own back. And make sure when you are cutting on your fabric, make sure you notch the bust points so that it will come out. So that when you're joining this up, will not this part will go up, this part will go up. Make sure you notch when you cut on your fabric. Notch the bust points and put your allowances, your joining allowances. Put your joining allowances. Thank you very much.